This story is entitled, I Found a Tape Recorder in the Woods. What happened afterwards will haunt me forever. Written by Rosie Rose. Just to give some information, I was part of a search team. I'm not a part of it anymore after what happened. Some time ago, we were alerted of a hiker that went missing in the woods. So a search party of about 40 to 50 people was arranged. The woods are fairly big, so having that many people helped to scour the area. About 5 people were put into a singular group. The area of the woods mine and another group was sent to search was an area of trees that stayed dead. The forest is just completely dead in that area. No animals and no plant life. I never liked this part of the woods. Ever since I was a child, I felt like I was being watched in that part. I, along with the others, started the search. My group went in one direction, and the other in the opposite direction. Throughout the whole time there, I felt chills down my spine as if something was watching me. I tried to dismiss the whole thing and focused on searching for the missing hiker. The farther we went in, the more I felt my stomach sink lower and lower as my heart rate sped up. By the time it was nearly dusk, I had nearly worked myself into a panic attack, but I tried to remain calm. It was getting dark, so now our group leader led us back to our meetup spot where the other group was already at. Both leaders decided to call it a day and continue searching tomorrow. Everyone agreed, looking very worried. Perhaps they had felt what I felt. After about 45 minutes, we all felt despair. We spent 45 minutes trying to get out when it took a shorter time to get back to the tree edge. It wasn't like we didn't mark the trees. We marked the trees we passed, but now we can't find the marked trees. It was like the trees were moving and distorting our sense of direction. We had tried using our phones to call for help, but there was no signal, so we continued on walking. I tripped on a tree root that shouldn't have been there. I fell over, and when I went to get up, I noticed a voice recording cassette tape. I picked it up and alerted the people in my party. We decided to listen to it since we saw nothing else to do. We had succumbed to the fact that we were trapped in the forest. We decided to listen to it.
Listen, I don't have much time left before I'm fully consumed, but to whoever finds this, get the hell out of the woods as fast as you can. I'd only come here to hike, but things went downhill fast. After about 2 hours into my hike, I noticed something off. The scenery had changed from green, luscious forest I had entered to the dark, dead forest I had found myself in. I tried fighting my way back, but no matter what I tried, I couldn't. Night had fallen, and now I was for sure stuck. I tried to sleep, but I couldn't, and then it attacked. Vines had stabbed into most of my body and was wrapping around me. The pain was unbearable, and as I felt my arms and legs break, it's the trees. The trees are alive. absorbed by the tree roots. One last thing. To whoever found this, if you make it out of here, can you tell my family? Oh, I love them.
That was the end of the recording. We looked around at each other and to the trees that surrounded us. One of the people spoke up. Surely that wasn't real, right?
Why else would someone record that? The shits and giggles of it?
Another person retorted. Hey, don't try to start anything. We all need to find a way out of here, regardless if it was real or not, I started. Everyone nodded their heads in agreement. But how are we going to get out if the trees can move? Another person asked. Everyone just looked at the ground and stayed silent. We didn't know how we would get out.
Guys, I feel something on my leg.
Someone said, right as they were dragged away. We heard their screams as the sound of bone crushing followed. Their screams stopped abruptly as we were all shaken to our core. We were too shocked to even scream. We just stood there staring in the direction of which our teammate was dragged off to. It wasn't long before another person was dragged away with their screams being cut off abruptly. This knocked us out of our shock and just started running. As I ran, I could hear the sound of others screaming, knowing they were taken. I just ran as fast as I could. There were now about 4 of us left just running. The person off to my right screamed. I looked up just in time to see them get impaled by a tree branch. Their blood fell on me, covering me completely. The other 2 grabbed me by the arms and dragged me along as they ran. I ran with them, but I was still shocked. My body moved on its own as my head went blank. The sun was just peeking up above the trees as we saw the wood's edge. I heard one of them say something as our running sped up. I guess the thought of surviving snapped me out of my shock enough to notice all the police cars and the 2 helicopters that flew above us. Many things happened after that are just a blur to my memory. It's almost been 2 years since that incident, and I finally felt confident sharing my story. I go see a therapist for the lasting damage the incident left on my mental state. But I am doing well. The other 2 people that survived are doing well also. Strangely enough, the incident pulled us together and we are now close friends. I guess we felt we could only ever truly understand each other after sharing something as traumatic as that. I don't know if I will ever truly move on from this, but knowing I have 2 other people who feel the same way makes dealing with this a lot easier. And to everyone that reads this, please stay safe no matter what it is